In voice acting, plosives are bursts of air that push into your microphone as you pronounce certain sounds, and once you've learned what they are, you will hear them in everything you listen to. So, how does a plosive happen? A plosive usually results from our pronunciation of the letter P and B. The phonemes P and B are not pronounced as they are spelt, or to be correct, they are not matched in their voiced and voiceless states. For example, we pronounce the letter B as B, but pronounce it in a word as B. In the same way, pronouncing the letter P in a word comes out as P. This forces us to purse our lips tightly and produce bursts of air. This is a plosive. Plosives are referred to in voice acting as you produce one too strongly and the air from it pushes into your microphone, disrupting the recording. Here is an example of plosives in action. Peter picked a plum for Poppy. Minor plosives can occur from other sounds. Some people's pronunciation of the letter T can affect their microphone, while for others a D can cause this to happen. A good way to test if you are producing a plosive is to hold your hand inches from your mouth and read a sentence. If you feel a burst of air on your hand, there is your plosive. So how can we stop these plosives? Let's first start simple, with 3 tips that require no equipment. The first tip is to attach a pen or pencil to your microphone using a rubber band. Having this object present will interrupt the bursts of air from going directly into your microphone. Next, you can try turning your head from your microphone slightly and allow the air to pass the microphone rather than pushing into the microphone. The third tip is something you may wish to work on with or without equipment. Press your lips together as tightly as you can and produce a P sound as loudly as possible. Now try producing the same sound with as little tension as possible in your lips. P. Learning to produce soft plosives can help your pronunciation. Peter picked a plum for Poppy. Next, we will assume you will be using equipment. These 2 pieces of equipment are relatively inexpensive and will help to lessen the severity of any plosives you produce, but may not cure the issue entirely. In order to better remove plosives, you must practice your speech into the microphone. Using a less harsh P sound and controlling the air you let out as you speak will drastically improve any plosives that may exist. The first piece of equipment is the pop filter. A pop filter works to reduce the amount of air being pushed into your microphone. Using a pop filter can help to reduce any plosives and hissing, but is not a cure-all solution. I would recommend a pop filter to anyone, as they are cheap and effective. If a pop filter does not work or you are unable to use one, the other piece of equipment I would recommend is a windscreen, which are usually made from foam or sponge. This doesn't work as well as a pop filter, but does reduce the air being pushed into the microphone. Combining both a windscreen and a pop filter could affect the quality of your audio negatively, but will help any plosive issues. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments.